He sat on the front porch with a faded yellow wallet in his hands, and I walked up beside him, and inside I saw a picture of a man. I said, "Grandpa, who's that standing there? And who is that lady by his side?" He said, "Darling, that's my daddy, and that lady is my mama and his bride." See, I grew up in the mountains down by where that Cherry River flows, and we lived on a little farm, but moved to the town when it sold. And my daddy was an engineer, but I chose to dig up that coal. But these are just old stories, and I bet that you don't really wanna know. And I said, "Grandpa, tell me about West Virginia. Tell me about mining coal. Tell me about the farm you lived on way back before it was sold. Tell me about your little town before the mine and the mill shut down. Tell me about where you grew in the West Virginia you knew." And so we started talking about all the good times and the bad, and I just couldn't get enough, and I was caught up in the life he had. And he told me about his family and how hard they worked and they played, and his eyes got all cloudy when he told me about that flood that took some away. And I said, "Grandpa, tell me about West Virginia. Tell me about mining coal. Tell me about the farm you lived on way back before it was sold. Tell me about your little town before the mine and the mill shut down. Tell me about where you grew in the West Virginia you knew." Days are long gone, and on a warm spring day we laid his body down. And everyone told stories, and we all really wished that he was still around. And even though there were lots of tears, I smiled when that sun danced on my skin. And I knew Grandpa was telling me he was home again. And I said, "Grandpa, tell me about West Virginia. Tell me about mining coal. Tell me about the farm you lived on way back before it was sold. Tell me about your little town before the mine and the mill shut down. Tell me about where you grew in the West Virginia you knew." Grandpa, tell me about West Virginia.